Hi guys, so I'm trying out something new today, basically not with the building but with my editing. Normally I sort of film me making something and then I edit it together, cut bits out and all the rest of it, and then I watch it and then I do a voiceover. But obviously when I do that, if I make any mistakes I can just delete that voicing bit and do a new voicing bit. Well, this time I'm going to try something different. Basically you're going to see me in the bottom of the screen and I'm going to watch the video kind of like with you guys and I'm going to talk over it. And the fun bit about this is, or fun bit for you is, obviously I'm going to do it in one take. So if I make any mistakes, they're obviously going to stay in. If I make any brain farts, that's going to stay in. Anything goes wrong, it's going to stay in. So yeah, so you're going to see me in a second going through this video, but you'll actually see me talking over it. So yeah, just trying it out for the first time. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know. Basically, yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of it. And if you can, guys, share this video, as obviously it really helps the channel out so much. Okay, let's get into it and let's make some orc gladiators. So those lovely people over at Wizkids recently sent me their orc framework, which is pretty cool because obviously it's orcs on sprues. Obviously you get little instructions with them, fairly simple to do. And obviously you just need some glue, some snips, scalpel, and they come with clear bases, which is awesome because all the figures I'm doing now I'm putting on clear bases, just because I want to get one of those like big TVs, lay it flat and obviously do the floor plans on that, which would be pretty cool. So yeah, just a case of obviously cutting the bits out. Obviously no nibbly knobbly bits in this one, but yeah, carefully cut them out, and yeah, they all seem to go together pretty well, which is pretty awesome. There are obviously a few little bits left over when you do cut them, or just sort of mould lines, that sort of stuff. So that's obviously where I'll grab the scalpel and be as careful as I can not to cut myself. I don't think I've ever cut myself, but I may have done. I can't remember. So yeah, just sort of going around, trimming bits up, giving it a bit of a clean, really. That doesn't take too long because in general the bits are pretty good. And then yeah, a little drop of glue. Normally for these figures, or in the past, I've used cement glue, which is obviously a good glue for plastics. But as I don't have any, I'm just using the cheap super glue that I've got, and obviously that works just as well, which is cool. And yeah, the good thing I like about these frameworks are they come with extra bits. As you can see, these ones, there's like different heads you can put on, and typically you normally get sort of 3 arms. Maybe 3 or 4, I'm not too sure, but it's definitely arms left over, which is great, as I've definitely got a little bits box, which I'm obviously keeping all the bits and pieces in, just so I can sort of make something with them. I did make recently an abomination with sprue goo and some leftover bits, and the great thing about doing an abomination is obviously it doesn't matter if it's got like 3 or 4 arms, it can have whatever you want. So yeah, it doesn't take long to obviously put these together because only a few bits. And then doing my usual, sticking them on the old sort of cork, bit of white tack, and then they're ready for painting. But while I'm letting them all sort of dry and get ready, then I sort of go off and I start on the bases. But obviously this is where I am first sort of saying, yeah, all the extra leftover bits. As you can tell, this is the first time I'm doing this, watching it, kind of like with you guys really. Even though obviously I'm the one who edited it all together, I do sometimes forget what order some of the bits are in. Yeah, well obviously as these are like gladiator sort of figures, I wanted to print out and make a little gladiator scene. Nothing too extravagant, but good old Thingiverse, obviously lots of great stuff on there, all free. And yeah, saw this arena and thought, well, that's perfect, that's just what I want. Obviously I'm not going to print out the whole arena, just because I only need a small section to obviously sort of make my little diorama. And basically just so I can get the figures and sort of put them in front of it to take some pictures. So yeah, using the good old Anycubic Photon M3, lovely little printer. Links in the description, guys, for everything I'm using, and I will put a link down there for the Thingiverse, just so you can obviously get that as well. But yeah, so everything was printed off on the Photon M3. I think I had to do 2 prints. I don't think I got it all on one. But as you see, sometimes I do get failures. Although this was caused because the gate was underneath it and somehow the gate came off and then obviously went into the main print. But as this is a gladiator sort of ruin sort of place, I didn't really mind the fact that there was some gaps and cracks in it. So I left it. I could have reprinted it, but I thought, no, I quite like the idea that it has got a bit of wear and tear in it. So yeah, everything's glued down, and then a bit of sanding. And then for the floor, just using some good old sort of sand, or yeah, I think this is actually from Fish Tank. So I've got a big old bag of this, and it was very cheap, which is pretty cool because obviously it means you can use loads of it. A variety of sizes of sort of sand stones in there, which is pretty cool. Basically, everything I get off Amazon, guys. I'm an affiliate with Amazon, so if you do use them, please use my link down below. It doesn't cost you anything, but every time you buy something, I get a couple of pennies from it, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so now I'm painting it with white, but the white I was using was one of these like cheap ones, but it's like £1 for like a 1 litre sort of pot of paint. And obviously the cheap paints are quite thin, as you can see. I could have gone over and given it like 3 or 4 layers, but I kind of like the fact that it looked a bit sort of weathered already. And as you can see, as in this little tube, I've only got making my own wash again. But this time there's no washing up liquid in there because that seemed to make a right old mess last time. And I actually used ink in this one. And somehow it's reacted because the paint I actually left for about 16 hours. So it was dry. But yeah, it's come out and it's like cracked, which I love. So I'm gonna have to use that paint again with the wash that I've made, just because I love that cracked look. Yeah, which is pretty cool. So the gates are just primed in white because I wanted to use a wash over them. And as you can see, using a good old speed painter paint. So yes, it's not a wash, is it? Silly me. It's a speed painter paint, which is kind of like a wash. And then yeah, going back to the figures. Yeah, I know Orcs, they can be all kinds of colours, but I do like my Orcs green. So that's what I'm using here. And obviously speed painter paints, they do have a Orc green. So it made sense using that one. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comments whether or not you like this different way of me doing it, rather than me just doing a voiceover, which is what I obviously normally do. I'm now kind of doing a voiceover, and well, I'm here. Obviously, the difference in this one is it'll be one take. So normally when I do the voiceover, as I've said before, if I make mistakes, I'll just ignore that one and then repeat myself. But obviously this time I'm basically watching it kind of like you guys, and yeah, doing sort of one long take. So any mistakes, well, they kind of they stay in. And trust me, I normally make a lot of mistakes. Whether or not it's me sort of getting tongue-tied and tripping over a word, or having a brain fart, forgetting a word, or just basically saying the wrong thing. So this is going to be a lot more funnier for you guys. It's more terrifying for me because I have to try and make sure I am saying the right things and not making too many mistakes. But yeah, usual kind of thing. Obviously I love doing, when I'm doing like several figures, a bit of batch painting, because then I use one colour and do that one colour on all 5, or in this case obviously 5 figures. This makes painting a whole lot easier, because obviously there's less cleaning the brush, because obviously whatever colour you've got, in this case they've all got the sort of same sort of colours, same sort of armour that they're wearing, or the brown sort of like leather sort of stuff they've got. And yeah, as you can see, they're all sort of pretty much done there, looking fairly basic. And then good old wash comes out, and yeah, I obviously I lather these up in washes. I do like them looking dirty and grindy. Grindy? That's a word or not, but anyway, there we go. So yeah, there we go, all looking pretty good. Just need to go on bases now. So I've got the clear bases. I'm actually using my clear bases rather than the Wizkids ones, just because mine are completely flat. Theirs have got a bit of a ridge to it, and obviously, well, the word Wizkids on it. But say, because I want to use these on a TV panel, I want them like completely nice and clear, just so you can see whatever terrain is underneath. But yeah, simple little build, this one. Really pleased with how it came out. So especially the fact that the white paint had that sort of effect and started peeling, which I just really loved. So I'm definitely going to be doing that again. Obviously, happy little accident. Worked out really well. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much it done. We're going to get ready for some glamour shots. And when these come up, I'm going to basically disappear. And then I'll come back straight afterwards. And if by magic the shopkeeper appears. Okay guys, well I hope you enjoyed that little video. Let me know, say whether or not you like this sort of style of me being here talking over it. Definitely will be more funnier when I do make mistakes. Big shout out and thanks to all my patrons and sponsors. If you want to become a patron, there's a link possibly over there. If you're not subscribed yet, there's a link up there. If you can share the video, that would be awesome. It looks like the video's now run out and I'm on a black screen. So yeah, I'm going to go now guys. You take care. Love you all. Bye for now.